Let's talk about why your friends don't like your boyfriend. Okay, so there's two routes in which your friends won't like your boyfriend. One route is your friends have watched you kind of change into a wifed up version of yourself and they miss the old fun you. They miss going out with you and having a blast, and now that you're wifed up, you have not been making like as much time for them. The easy solution for this is to literally just make like a little bit more time for your friends.
Wrong! Gentlemen and gents, what we have here is yet another example of how modern women are nothing more than adult-sized anthropomorphic contradictions. On one hand, you'll hear them brag endlessly about how they're boss bay yas queens because they're gainfully employed and own their own motor vehicles, at terrible interest rates, mind you, and they'll demand to be treated like respectful, mature adults because of these obvious societal bare minimums. But at the same time, they will bitterly resent anybody who ends up maturing into a stable relationship with a man and gives up her life of drunken debauchery. So naturally, this broad solution is to side with the women's friends who are clearly in their 30s but still acting like they're in their early 20s in all of the worst possible ways. Because deep down, these broads cannot stand the idea of somebody being happier than them.
Now the other reason is solely them looking out for you. They've heard you complain about your boyfriend time after time about all the toxic he's done, so they want something better for you. Even if he's not a bad boyfriend, you probably overshared so much negative about your relationship that's all your friends can think about. You telling them everything negative about your partner is going to alienate them from him. Not to mention, there's a chance that he is actually a foul boyfriend and you have your love goggles on, so your friends are trying to make a point. It's a natural reaction for your friends to want what's best for you, so when they see that you're completely settling and putting up with unnecessary they're obviously going to feel some type of way about your man.
Are you sure?
If you need even more evidence that society is going to hell in a handbasket, oversharing your petty marital drama would be considered exhibit infinity. If there's one thing that people have forgotten over time, it's that not everything that happens to them is front page news. Hell, 99% of the time, it's mundane life crap that nobody cares about. The rules for this were simple. Keep your dirty laundry inside your house and deal with it yourself. Nobody cares about your stupid squabbles. With that being said, I hate how the word toxic is being thrown around willy-nilly. Toxic was a word that was synonymous with noxious waste in yellow barrels that would convert nerdy geeks into ass-ugly yet crazy strong mutants that had a natural instinct to fight crime. Now it's a term that's so vague it pretty much resembles anything a miserable meddler doesn't like, and it's used to manipulate others, and I for one am fed up with this. They gotta stop stealing our words. We need to band together as men and take back the word toxic, gentlemen and gents. Do it for your country and make toxic awesome again.
The difficult thing about being a friend in this type of situation is the person in the relationship is never going to actually listen to the friend. No matter how much they respect the friend, they need to make the decision for themselves. They're not going to listen to anybody else. My advice to the girl in the relationship is either listen to your friends because they probably see something you don't, or stop telling your friends every little negative detail about your relationship because they will start to hate him. It all stems down to your friends just truly caring about you and your well-being. And this was the extremely natural makeup look. Love you guys.
Nice try.
In the event that your friends end up actively participating in trying to get you to leave your significant other, you should never listen to your friends unless it's in the specific event that your significant other is an inhuman monster. If you get to the point where you're living a content lifestyle with a person and you're not living the same life in your 20s, then that's ultimately a good thing. And your so-called friends don't want to be reminded that they're going to die alone as a collective bowel movement for their litter of cats. Your friends at this point don't want what's best for you. They want you to be as miserable as them. They hate being reminded that they failed at life after being given every possible advantage. It's a known fact. Misery loves company. And considering this woman's advice, she is so profoundly miserable, you can actually build a fort with the empty wine boxes that she has strewn about her one-bedroom apartment.
But there's nothing you can do about it because I'm protected by my impenetrable cereal box fort.
Women will say yes to a date to a man who they don't find physically attractive to see if there's a connection and if chemistry can grow. But tell me this, why won't men even say yes to seeing the potential of going on a first date with a woman if they don't think she's physically attractive?
You hit the nail on the head.
Woman, you really need to think about the absurdity of that question. So let's just get one thing straight. A woman will never give a man she finds physically unattractive a chance for chemistry or a relationship. That's not how biology or psychology works. A woman needs to be physically aroused by a man in order for her to find a mate in order to breed. And if she doesn't find that man attractive, she will not respect or submit to him. But that's not to say she won't go out with them. There's multiple reasons why she would. For example, she's hungry and doesn't want to pay for her own dinner. Maybe her friend zone is in dire need of some simp souls. Or maybe she's freaking out because her biological clock is about to stop ticking. But other than that, she will never go out on a legitimate date with a man that she does not find attractive. That's just the human condition. But your never-ending desire to be morally superior to men has forced you to conjure up imaginary scenarios that only exist in crappy Netflix series.
Single men, I really need you to explain this to me, because there are so many incredible women who can't even get their foot in the door to meet you, to enrich your life, to be your future partner, because you don't find them attractive enough. Explain it to me.
You can't handle the truth.
Lady, be serious for a second. You're not asking average men why they're not dating you. You're only asking a specific subsection of man who goes by the name of one Commodore Ray Chapman. His opinion is the only one you care about because that's the kind of man you feel like you deserve. And that man has every right to be selective because he has the resources you desire and the physical appearance that you crave. But you possess neither. Now, your average dude isn't nearly as selective as you think. Most of us just want a kind-hearted woman who's going to trust us and not constantly be giving us pointless crap. But in today's day and age, such preferences make us misogynistic pigs who want to use the patriarchy to control your ovulation cycles. Now, unless these broads you're talking about are brain-damaged, peg-leg, 500-pound swamp whales, odds are most men would be willing to give these dames a chance. But you don't want those men. We do not exist to you. So we're doing you the same courtesy. You're welcome, sweetheart.
There's the door. Why don't you check it out?
You want to know what women really want in a relationship? Which in turn then gives the men what they crave?
No, and I don't care.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you the best analogy I have ever heard in my life, referring to the dynamics of a relationship between a man and a woman. And it goes a little something like this. I call it the flag and pole analogy. You're going to want to stick around for this one. It's a goodie. So in this analogy, the man is the pole. He stands tall. He's strong. He's reliable. He's predictable. He is grounded. The woman in this analogy is the flag, and she's beautiful in all of her colors. She is blowing in the wind in whichever direction it takes her in all of her fabulous feminine delight. She is giddy and almost looks like she's dancing in that wind.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
And with one poorly worded, insulin-inducing metaphor, you've described exactly why men can't be bothered with relationships anymore. You've pretty much described the woman as an individual who does whatever the hell she wants and is free from the consequences of her completely unpredictable actions, while the man is required to be fixed to the ground and is there to support this irresponsible broad while she goes nuts and gets to live a life as free as she wants at the expense of the man. Why would a man want to live that kind of a life? Stuck in the ground and forced to hang on to a woman as she causes as much chaos as humanly possible. Men want the exact opposite of that, and you would know this if you bothered to actually ask a man, but it's easier for you to assume such things. That way you're never wrong.
Sometimes she's down, and sometimes she's flying high in all of her vibrant, beautiful self. When the flag and the pole come together, they represent something bigger than themselves. There is nothing more that men crave than to bask and be submerged in the feminine energy. It is nurturing. It is soft. It is sweet. It is also brave and can be wild and unpredictable. The giddiness of her laugh and the melting in her eyes when she looks at him is all that they want.
You know, it's a known fact. Men do not crave a woman's unpredictability. We don't need a woman who's gonna provide us nothing but chaos. Men crave simple things like halfway decent tacos, earning a replay on a medieval madness pinball machine, and quality products at affordable prices. We also crave sanity, like the particular brand of sanity that certified gents like Derek O'Shea, political commentator and 2007 Intercontinental Kimchi champion, will provide on a regular basis. We also crave a woman who's gonna provide us with some peace, stability, and a little bit of comfort. Plus, there's bonus points if she has your back in a 2-player gauntlet of Super Double Dragon. It really doesn't get more complicated than that, but I get it. If you accept this as what men want, that would mean you'd actually have to rein in your emotionally irresponsible behavior, and that's just too high of a price for you to pay, apparently.
And now, with independent, strong women coming into the play, the flags are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, which means that the pole needs to be stronger to sustain that amount of feminine energy that's going to come his way. You see, a woman needs these traits in a man so that she is reassured time and time again that she is safe in his hands, that she is better than okay. She good. Because if not, that whole pole flag situation is going to crumble. Because he doesn't have the amount of strength it's going to take to make sure she flies high.
Why is it that you think bigger flags are a good thing? They cause nothing but problems. I mean, have you seen modern women nowadays? Their egos are massive, their behaviors are inappropriate, and even though you're encouraged to go out and do whatever you want by society in general, you still blame us when everything falls apart. You lived your life as if you had a baseball bat in a china shop. Now, we don't care that you were relentlessly swinging that bat. It's your china shop. Do whatever the hell you want with it. But don't expect us to stop what we're doing to pick up the pieces after you're done having your fun. It's your mess, sister. You clean it up. You're a strong and independent flag that don't need no flagpole. So fly away from us. Fly away as far as you can and leave us in peace. And that is going to do it for today's video, gentlemen and gents. And as always, if you find that my particular brand of comedy is bringing you to the brink of laughter, then why don't you scroll on down and click that like and subscribe button. Maybe ring the notification bell, leave a comment or two, share this video. Let's give the good old-fashioned middle finger to the YouTube algorithm. Special shout out to Derek O'Shea and the Derek O'Shea Show. This certified gent is absolutely fantastic. Link is in the description down below. Check him out. Give him your support. Because I don't think I'm wrong in saying when this man has truly earned the glorious glory of the intergalactic space god Loblashort, all hail. Thank you so much for checking out the new video, and until next time, peace out, homies.